Hello, I'm Nick Evans from Outset UK, where I'm Legal Director. I'm speaking today for Legal Training TV, and I'm going to talk to you about business change, by which I mean the issues that face particularly owner-managers when dealing with perhaps small acquisitions, potentially disposal of part of their business, restructures, or perhaps redundancy. There's a number of legal issues that raise their heads in that scenario, and I think the really important thing to do is to plan carefully what you're going to do, how you're going to deal with those issues, take good advice, and then implement your plans. To start with, you're going to need to look at resources, and it may well be that the internal resources you have will not necessarily be either sufficiently skilled or focused, or indeed have the capacity to deal with the issues around business change. If they have, then that's great. But often I think it's important for them to keep their eye on the running the business, if you like, and perhaps to pull in external resource to deal with the change issues. A couple of things that immediately spring to mind will be, for example, in the redundancy context, are we dealing with individual redundancies, or perhaps are the collective obligations triggered because we're planning to make 20 or more people redundant at one establishment? That's a provision, of course, under the 1992 Trade Union Labour Relations Consolidation Act. If there are collective obligations because of planned redundancies, then it's important to understand precisely what that means, to go through the right process, be it consulting with trade unions or employee representatives, as to run the risk of non-compliance with collective obligations means that there is a real possibility of financial penalty, i.e. up to 3 months' pay per affected employee. Another thing to bear in mind is if we're not into collective territory, then it will still be necessary for achieving fair redundancy dismissals to consult with individuals and go through an appropriate process. It's important in terms of planning that process that the relevant documentation is produced, timeously distributed properly, and that the communications process is effectively owned and run by the company, not by employee representatives, not by staff, and not by trade unions. Often companies will go through a process such as this and almost divest themselves of the responsibility for controlling that communications process. That's absolutely critical, in my view, to running a smooth process and an effective process, particularly one that is going to minimise the claims or the potential for claims by employees. Another thing, of course, that may occur in terms of business change is the potential of a TUPE transfer, or indeed looking to change terms and conditions of staff who've transferred to you under TUPE. If you find yourself in that situation, then clearly it's important that you take sound advice before embarking upon any change process, as TUPE provides certain protections to transferring employees in terms of their existing contractual conditions. Also, there are separate information and consultation provisions which may be triggered under TUPE, whether or not you're acquiring or disposing of a part of your business. And again, those collective consultation obligations are quite separate to any that run concurrently in respect of redundancies. Other issues to bear in mind will be dealing with perhaps suppliers, customers, and staff within the business who are not affected by the change. Again, we get back to the communications process. all in all, what I would urge upon you is to plan carefully before the process, decide on the resource you need, pull in that resource if it's an external resource, utilise it fully, and then you will have minimised the risk of claims in that that scenario, which is business change of all sorts. Similarly, you will also have put your business in the best position to move forwards into the whatever the brave new world is that you're looking to have created. Thank you very much.